Hello, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are in the world, and welcome to this Superliminal Films, Superliminal Games YouTube video. What do we have today? We've got some Standard 2020 on the docket. Why am I playing Standard 2020? Well, because rotation's about to happen. The ladder isn't exciting me right now. I don't really need the Mastery XP, because I only need a couple more levels to hit 100 on that, and I'll definitely do it the next 15 days without any trouble. But I want to try out things that I think are going to be good going forward as we continue on through the format and rotation. So why Hero? Well, because Hero of Precinct 1 is still a very good Magic card. There are a lot of multicolor cards in this format currently legal, and it doesn't lose a ton to rotation. Our land base does get a little worse, losing the check lands, but I've made up for that with 2 Tranquil Coves, 3 Temple of Silence, and a Dismal Backwater over what my other hero list that I had been playing was playing with check lands and shocks and the whole kit caboodle and otherwise. Pretty much the only ways we can close out a game are Bellhaunt and Guard Mage, which do attack for a fair bit of damage. We can also ding down our opponents pretty quickly with Oath of Kaya, and Command the Dread Horde, especially if a Guard Mage and a Bellhaunt are in our graveyard, are nice because we do get to gain some life back when we steal stuff that we've removed or killed or countered or anything like that from our opponents. So let's go ahead and take this for a spin, because that's what we're here to do. We're here to play Standard 2020. Nope, don't want to play the Cavalcade deck because that's boring. Just consistently attacking with creatures and Cavalcade of Calamity. That's boring to me. So instead, we'll do this. We'll make a bunch of tokens. Alright, so right off the bat, we do have a lot of tapped mana, but we have all 3 of our colors. We have a Teferi, we have some Tyrant Scorns, we do have a Kaya's Wrath, which is better when we don't have a creature-heavy hand. We are on the play here, so we get to put a land into play tap without having to worry about losing too much tempo, and then we can evaluate what they do if we put another land into play tapped for the Tyrant Scorn. So I'm going to keep this hand, again, because it allows us to Teferi pretty quickly, give the opponent the hello, put that tapped, and pass it on. Nice, we got the hello back. Give them the nice, opponent, that's going to end poorly. They've done nothing though, so we get to put this into play tapped again. What we want them to do here is start running out a bunch of stuff, and hopefully we can get a well-timed Kaya's Wrath. I'm going to go ahead and play this Tranquil Cove tapped. That way if they play something we can Tyrant Scorn it, and we gain a life. Life gain is really important against the Cavalcade decks. Well, that's... This is probably not going to go well. I can tell you that right now already. So we're going to take 4 here, because wasting a Tyrant Scorn on Chandra's Elementals just is not a great idea. But we got to find a way to answer that Chandra, and sadly we don't really have it. So, alright, we're going to pay 2 life, drop the Elite Guard Mage. That draws us into a hero. Okay, we can start fighting back with Hero and making tokens that we can use to block, and then we can chip in a Chandra. It's gonna be tough, but again, we have Wrath if we absolutely need to. Chandra is just really into this destroying me kind of thing. And we'll block one of them. And get this shocked out. Yep. Gonna go ahead and just turn back down the audio a skosh. That's a bit loud. Alright, we've drawn a land. Go ahead and... no. We'll save the Mortify for the Steamkin. Yep. We'll just go ahead and pass it on up. The odds that we survive here are pretty slim, but it's possible. The mask does make it a bit difficult. Their ability to throw stuff at us is real.
Don't worry, I brought company.
The fact that they elected not to play the Steamkin so far is interesting. If it were me, I would have jammed that Steamkin right away and then played the mask. So that says to me they're probably leaving up some sort of some sort of burn spell. Gonna go ahead and take out Scorch Spitter. Make a token to block with. If they had a shock, they'd have already used it, so... Oh, I'm an idiot. Yep, walked right into that. Onboard tricks and all. Alright, that was pretty bad.
You'll thank me later.
Return the Cavalcade, just use their mana. Draw land here. Destroy that out. So they're probably going to tag our Teferi here because we've left it unprotected at 1. That'll allow us to set up another Teferi next turn, and then we can, depending on what we draw for land, we might be able to Kaya's Wrath at instant speed, which would be nice. Oh, they're just going to shock out our Teferi. Alright, well that's gonna definitely be quite the thing. We've drawn another Mortify. So we'll go ahead and play Teferi. Tick him up.
Here goes nothing.
And pass. Again, we're not long for the world, because Chandra and Cavalcade is just more than we can really deal with. But... yeah. Show me the Skewer the Critics to finish it off, opponent. Yep, that's the Skewer. Go ahead and concede it there. Alright, pretty good showing of why a lot of people are playing the Cavalcade deck, and not a great showing of our deck, but we'll run it back, because these are things that happen. Hair is not behaving today. Doesn't want to stay up. Alright, maybe we'll get, I mean, we had a pretty good curve that hand. It just, our opponent was the red deck, so... Alright, what do we got? Turn 1 Temple. Can turn 2 Hallowed Fountain on tap, leave up Dovin's Veto if they are indeed the red deck. We've got Deputy of Detention here. This is pretty good. 3 lands. We've got time to draw them. Command the Dread Horde is always good. Give the opponent the hello. I think we're gonna... we can keep that Oath of Kaya. Nice. So again, we'll see what our opponent plays. Okay, opponent's played a blue card. I'm not afraid of needing to leave up Dovin's Veto there, so we can play that untapped. Yep, opponent is Blue-Green Flash, a deck that I've played several times so far. Once again, I'm going to put that untapped, and then I'm going to go ahead and play the hero. And if they have a counterspell, they have a counterspell. I mean, hero's really important. It's an engine, but quench me, quench me. So we'll run the hero in. Next turn we've got a Deputy if we need it. We've got an Oath of Kaya if they have any sort of nonsense, like creatures that we don't want to have to deal with. Okay, just going to go ahead and pass here then, because we're stuck for land. And we can tag this Growth Spiral, which feels pretty good, because they may be stuck for land as well. Growth Spiral feels like a very worthwhile Dovin's Veto. Go ahead, gain a life, and take this Nightback Ambusher right off the board. No, you go away now. You are detained. Okay, and we will go ahead and play a tempo game here, see if they have a counterspell. Frilled Mystic. Not going to attack into that, for obvious reasons. Now we still have an Elite Guard Mage coming, and hopefully we can run them. It's still not going to block here. We've got an Elite Guard Mage coming next turn. Hopefully we can run them down. We can also try to Oath of Kaya. Alright, here we go. Enter that tapped. Do you have a third counterspell? Flash deck does run pretty much every counterspell in the format, so yep, there's some sabotage. So what this is doing pretty nicely for us is it is allowing us to fill our graveyard with stuff we want to command the Dread Horde. Sadly, we're not filling theirs with stuff we want to command, but we are filling ours. So now we have Oath of Kaya on tap to take out their Frilled Mystic. If they want to tangle with it, we can still have Mortify, and basically we want to just run them out of resources so they get to a point at which they can't counter our Command the Dread Horde. So we have the mana for it now. We have 3 creatures we really would like to get back with Command. If we kill their Frilled Mystic, we can get that back as well for really no value except for having a 3/2. So it's pretty good. We just want to make sure we're running them out of counterspells, because our life total only matters so much when we're going to gain 3 and then 3 after we cast the command. Okay, so it seems they didn't have a counterspell there. Feels like we're walking into it with 3 cards in their hand, but there's a Teferi on top. We'll leave that on top, and we'll go ahead and jam. I'm going to go ahead and do this and play the Make 'em Have It game. I'm not going to grab their Frilled Mystic, but I am going to grab these 3. So that's 4, 8, 10. Going to put us to 5, assuming they don't have the counter. Wow, 3 Sinister Sabotage so far. And a Frilled Mystic and a Quench. Opponent has showed us a total now of 8 cards, and 5 of them have been counterspells.
Let's slow this down. Here we go.
Back to the hand, you. We'll go ahead and mortify that. Yes, Teferi, this is probably a bad idea. Opponent has yet another Night Pack Ambusher.
That's more like it.
Alright, opponent. Wow, they actually had a counterspell too. Nice. So if they attack Teferi, we have to block with the Bellhaunt. If they don't attack Teferi, my intent is to... Yep. Exactly as a planned.
Oh, I've done the hero thing.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 4, 7. Okay, I mean, we're definitely down on resources compared to our opponent, but we have a lot of live draws left in the deck. Any multicolor card, oh, that's a land, we're going to hold that. And we're going to jam with just the Bellhaunt again, because we don't want to offer up our card advantage engine here. So we'll jam with the Bellhaunt. Pass the turn. Leaving up a card to make them hopefully think we've got something. Okay. Unsummon works there. Fortunately, we have a lot of chump blockers. Jump. Jump. And we'll go to 14. Back up to 15. take the 3 wolves. No, we want to take the Nightpack Ambushers. Because we can still take out a lot of these wolves. Plus, that's 3 Nightpack Ambushers they've shown us. Alright, now we can start really making tokens here. Alright, they've got a land. I don't see us getting into a counter war, so we can bend that Dovin's Veto. Now, famous last words, but... yeah, I'm just going to swing at the Bellhaunt. If they want to double block, that's fine. Have them go down a token. Now we have the fine blocks there. Really looking for our other... we have our 2 Command the Dreadhorde. We can the 1, so looking for our other Command the Dreadhorde. Looking for one of the other 3 Teferis. Tyrant Scorn is very good, so what we'll do is jam again for half their life total. Have them set up blocks. Doesn't matter which we choose. Make 2 more, what are they, humans? Humans. Okay, the 4th Sinister Sabotage. Still get 2 more humans out of this, so... can attack for an easy lethal next turn, unless they produce something. We know one of the cards in their hand is an island, so... play this out. Still won't offer the heroes up. Okay. It's Brineborn Cutthroat. Okay. Well, we took a negate, so... really hoping for a Teferi at this point. One of the other 2 Deputy of Detention that are left. Tyrant Scorn. Kaya's Wrath, no good here, because we want to be pressing the advantage. So, gonna just go ahead and pass it up. Could use a Mortify. Anything other than all of these land. What's that? 1, 2, 3, 4... 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 out of 24. Ugh. Come on, deck. Come on, deck. We have 11 land left out of 29 cards. An opponent is actually kind of cooking off with Brineborn Cutthroats. Fortunately, we have all these tokens. And if it does get really out of hand, I mean, we can't really do anything with Sky's Wrath because of the 2 Nightpack Ambushers currently being detained. But, you know, again, Deputy would be great. Elite Guard Mage would be great. More assing land would not be great. Just going to pass again. Opponent has built so many cards up in their hand at this point, and again, we've only seen 1 Essence Scatter. We've seen 1 Negate. Alright, well, this is where it's going to be a lot of chump blocking. This may be a Kaya's Wrath turn, depending on what our opponent does. It's going to be a chump city. I mean, we're chumping. We have 4 chumps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to probably have to give up a hero here. May just block it all depending on how they attack, and then if with whatever's left we can Kaya's Wrath, that leaves Deputy in our hand. They take the safe play. Again, I just fear, like, we've seen 4 Sinister Sabotage, we've only seen 1 Quench, 1 Negate, 1 Essence Capture. Nope. Please stop. Arena, I wish you didn't move things like that. Yes, opponent, that was a 4 for some amount. Boy, oh, absolute boy RD, do we keep drawing lands. So let's go ahead and play this into the obvious counterspell that they've been representing. You know, we're giving up some value here, but we do have the Kaya's Wrath, so Basically here we have to dodge 2 counterspells. Okay, well that was 1 counterspell. Do you have the second one? Alright. Board is reset. Well, here's hoping they didn't draw a counterspell. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20. This is what we were waiting for. Alright, got him. Got them, coach. Managed to run out their counterspells. Yee-haw. Was that quite something. Alright, let's play for that 200 XP! That was an experience. That was a marathon. Proving this deck is capable, and if you run out the counterspells, you've got a chance against Flash. I feel like Flash is probably going to be a deck that a lot of people are playing after rotation, because a lot of people have been playing it so far, so it's the kind of thing I think we're going to see a lot of. See what Manthus has to bear here. Hoping for a good hand. Ooh, we're on the Eldraine board. I like the Eldraine board. It's pretty. Scalloping. Sort of, not scalloping. Yeah, scalloping. We'll go with scalloping. That's probably the wrong word, but like a little deck stands. Deck and graveyard. Need to know more about Eldraine. Hey, there we go. Alright, Hero Hero Bellhaunt with the land to cast everything but the Bellhaunt so far. We're on the draw. All we need is any black source and we cast it. Yeah, I'm down. I'm very down. So we'll keep this and hope for another black source. Do a Godless Shrine on 1, Island on 2 with a hero is the plan. Okay, a Simic Gate, and there's the second Godless Shrine, so now we are turn 4 Bellhaunt guaranteed. Have had some trouble against the Gates deck with this because of Gates Ablaze. It wipes the creatures pretty well, pretty quickly, so that's something to be paying attention to, but for now, I just have to hope. Oh, that was big dumb. That is not a turn 4 Basilica Bellhaunt, because I played an island. Oh, Daniel. Let's hope we're still alive for turn 5.
I know my responsibility.
Keep our opponent from playing any instants, at least. Again, Gates Ablaze is rough, but to cast Hero next turn seems pretty good. We get to bounce any creature they play. I feel like this could easily be, yep, has a Gates Ablaze. So the nice sort of thing, I guess, is that they did cast that Gates Ablaze already. So what does this get? Black, black, white, and next turn we'll have white. Cast that. Go ahead and that. Now, if they have another Gates Ablaze, it's still not great, but the fact that they've already burnt 1 Gates Ablaze and they only got 2 creatures out of it was pretty good. That kind of value you want the Gates deck to have to make, because the amount of multiple target value they can get is really, really, really high. Real nice thing is we're getting Tick Teferi up pretty well here. It's been nice to be able to do that. That'll allow us, hopefully, to bounce several things. Alright, opponent's tapping out for Circuitous Route. Means we get the Basilica Bellhaunt with no problem. Opponent probably trying to figure out their colors here, since they are currently on moist. Yeah, trying to find a word for it, but I guess we're just green Jeskai. Okay. Go that way.
I have a plan.
Go that way. Strip a card from their hand. See what we get out of them, and we'll attack them with the hero. And hope we can dodge another Gates Ablaze. Apparently we're really making like, wow, they've been to Gates Ablaze. Okay. Okay. I mean, I'm not going to question it. Opponent probably knows better than I do what's going on here. Nice thing is we have a lot of creature bounce here between Teferi and Tyrant Scorn, so we can really go ham. Oh, Time Bite. Okay.
Don't worry, I got this.
We'll just keep ticking up Teferi, and we have a Tyrant Scorn if they cast a big stonking huge creature or anything. We have Command the Dread Horde that we can draw into here that'll get us, sadly, nothing out of their bin, but we do already have the Bellhaunt and 2 heroes there, which is a pretty good combo. Yep, Guild Summit, that's the kind of thing we want to hope to bounce with Teferi, make them keep having to use the mana and not get quite as much draw out of it. You know, the part of Teferi's ability that I really like is that it allows you to bounce an enchantment. And again, they tapped out, which is nice. Does put them to 7 lands, which is, or 7 lands, 7 cards in hand. They are also on 7 land, which is why I said that. The card advantage, one of the things that I don't really like about the Esper decks is that it feels like we should be drawing more cards, but apparently that's not the kind of magic we're playing.
I've got
Go ahead and bounce that, and we will pay 2 life. We will cast Bellhaunt. Strip one of the cards they drew out of their hand, and then we'll Thought Erase another card out of their hand. Another Gates Ablaze. What is Gate Colossus? You may put it from your graveyard whenever a gate enters the battlefield. You get Expansion, Explosion, Archway Angel. We got a lot of stuff that we can't really deal with. Because we can keep gating the Gate Colossus, gonna go ahead and bin that and get out of here lands. We saw so many lands last game. It was too much. Alright, opponent. Your hand is laid bare. Field of the Dead. I love this card. First off, the art is astounding. And second off, just anything that you can abuse with Scape Shift and stuff like that just makes me happy. Okay, Growth Spiral still leaves them the mana to cast the Gate Colossus for 1, which is kind of where I'm hoping they go with this, because we can just gate it with Tyrant Scorn pretty easily. Yep. Gate that with Tyrant Scorn. Tick up.
Let's try this.
Attack. And since we need to dead this fool, as Max would say, also hit there. Plus, if we should draw one of these Command the Dreadhorde, we really get to go to work now that we have 25 life. We can grab this Gateway Angel, Archway Angel, which unfortunately doesn't gain us any life, but is a 3/4 fly. Well, that's actually probably not good. But we can grab Bellhaunt, 2 heroes still. Really, ideally, would like another couple of the Elite Guard Mages. We do have 3 in the deck. You know, that sort of stuff. Deputies of Detention would be great, because I'd like to be able to exile these cards. Sure, Arboreal Grazer, you got it. That feels like a chump blocker for Basilica Bellhaunt to me, but what do I know? I'm just the host. Pet the cat. Pet the cat. Let's listen to it purr. As a cat owner, I really appreciate that we get to pet our cats. Most just get hissed at by our opponent's cats. But we'll pet our cat. Look at that cute little winged having fire kitten. Hydroid Crisis, X of 7. I mean, that's just going to get bounced. Okay, opponent.
That's more like it.
Wait. That has no evasion. We need to be able to jump block it. Oh boy, they have 2. Get out of here, land. Alright. Well, this is definitely not going to be an easy game from here, but the fact that the opponent has 32 cards and we have 40, they've drawn 8 more cards, or they've seen 8 more cards than we have this game. Now 9. Good Kaya's Wrath into Command the Dreadhorde would be pretty good here, I think. Mortify would be good, with 3 in the deck. Just the ability to start generating some value. I mean, again, there's three Mortify and 3 Elite Guard Mage in this deck. Like, let's go. We want to make them work for this Gate Colossus thing. We want to make them work for the Hydroid Crisis. You know, the fact that we've gained so much life is going to make it very difficult for them to explode us, which is nice, because that's definitely a time-honored Gates deck tradition, as somebody who played the Gates deck, when Nexus of Gates, right before Nexus of Fate got banned in Best of 1. Some of you may have watched that video, because I did put it on this channel. Opponent is burning their last timeout before the last timeout. The opponent has definitely been very deliberate in their decision-making this game, or at least I hope that it's deliberation and not like, pardon me, bad internet or stuff like that, because that's always shitty to lose out to stuff like that. But they're cutting it pretty darn close on time here. I mean, I'm not going to say that I want them to burn out here, but yeah, I'll take them passing their turn. Like, that really isn't good. So let's go ahead and draw a card. So we have the other Teferi that can make us another 1/1. Oh no, opponent. Not like this. Not like this, opponent. Not like this. Oh no. Again, like I said, I'll take a win to, like, DC. No, they hovered. They're not DCing. Okay. That's weird. I think we need to play that right now. I can play this and leave up Dovin's veto. Alright, opponent. What do you got for me? Also, Arena, how many times do they rope before I get the win? Because they're hovering stuff. That's the weird thing. It's almost like this isn't a connection error. It's just an error. Alright, well, gain a life. Or gain 3 life. Alright, we need to concern ourselves with what we're Dovin's videoing. Obviously, if it's the, I'll name this card, Circuitous Route, we don't need to worry about that. If it's Expansion Explosion or something that removes, say, our Bellhaunt, well, if it removes our Bellhaunt, we're kind of fine with that because we do have Command mana available. We do still have 2 Command the Dreadhorde, 2 Kaya's Wrath, 3 Elite Guard Mage. Yep. Yep, you don't get to draw cards. I saved my Basilica Bellhaunt. Yeah, I did not want our opponent drawing cards there. That was a decidedly bad thing. Opponent, come on, folks. I mean, I know what it's like to play under a clock, but... Alright, we get a land. Stack another hero trigger.
This isn't a fight you can
Put this Gate Colossus back into their hand again. Draw another hero, which we will play. Puzzle as to how, with 36 cards left in our library, we still have not seen a single Mortify, a single Elite Guard Mage, a single Kaya's Wrath, that's 6, 7, 8, or a single Command the Dreadhorde. That's 10 of the 36 cards in our library. Would all be very good here. Thought Erasure would be good here. You know, we're running pretty slim on options to answer what our opponent is doing at this point, so that's tough. Opponent definitely working pretty hard to make this game take as long as possible. I'm hoping it's not a connection problem. I'm hoping it is just something that's gone, you know, horribly wrong. But yep. Jump, 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 jump. Profitable block. Trade. I mean, it did some work to our board state, but again, our bin has a Teferi in it now, a hero, a hero, a hero, a Bellhaunt. Their bin has an Arboreal Grazer. Get there. It's a thing we can probably not bother with grabbing. They're going to time wipe again, because our board, good God, graveyard has 2 Bellhaunts in it. That's pretty good. You know, and at 30, we can actually afford quite a lot of targets there. Alright, Gate Colossus. This Teferi may finally die. We may be out of ways to gate this Gate Colossus. Notably, opponent down to 24 cards in library. 23 now. We're certainly playing the long game here, folks. Whew, opponent. Now, the last thing I want to do is draw land. So we've binned not enough land. We've binned 2 land this game. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There are 14 of 36 cards are land. I do not want to draw a land. Command would be the ultimate, like, absolute right now. Opponent 19 cards in library. And just really being, again, like I said, methodical. 17 cards in library. Now 15 cards in library, which I didn't even think about. 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. They are going to have to discard a card here, which if they time out is going to be at random. Yep. Deputy of Detention.
Oh, I've done the hero thing before.
Oh. Makes all them go away. And now we can jump the Gate Colossus, keep it off the ferry, and tick to ferry up, and hope. This is the first Deputy Detention we saw too. Man, we were clumping this game. Saw all of our heroes. Could definitely use one of the 2 Tyrant Scorns, other Deputy. 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 20 land for our opponent? Oh yes, opponent. Draw more cards. No? Okay. Okay, Gates Ablaze. Yep. So that's the 4th Gates Ablaze, notably. So we don't have to worry about that. Oddly, they didn't attack first, which was... sure, I guess. Alright, we're going to draw 2 cards. One of them being Gate Colossus. Opponent down to the ever low 13 cards in library. Oh boy. Field of the Dead stacking now. And there's the Archway Angel. Would very much like a Kaya's Wrath now, please. One time, library. Okay, Thought Erasure. That's probably not going to do it. I'm going to take that up.
Let's try this.
Let's put a stop on their upkeep. Pass the turn. Stop before combat as well. Let's tag what they drew. Yep. Get rid of that. Get that out of the way. Remove these stops. Pass into their main. Okay. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 17. That's going to be a lot. Okay, well, we're going to gain 2. Losing to Fairy hurts, but...
Suppose that's how it was meant to happen.
Come on, Command, Wrath. Wrath would be ideal. Come on, deck. Come on, deck. Crisis X of 6. 9 cards in our opponent's library. 7 cards in our opponent's... Come on, Kaya's Wrath. We can't lose like this. Okay, now it really needs to be Kaya's Wrath. Thought Erasure ain't gonna do it. So, Mortify in there, Kaya's Wrath, Deputy Detention would have helped out earlier. Command the Dread Horde, there's... what's that? Mortify is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. Alright, take a Growth Spiral. You got it, opponent. Beat me with 5 cards in your library. I'll take another Guild Summon. There's a Guard Mage on top. Well too little, well too late. Opponent's going to beat us with 3 cards left in their library. Well, we put up a hell of a fight, team. We put up a hell of a fight. Now they're just memeing on us. Alright. There you go. That did it. Well, unfortunately, that was definitely not the kind of performance that we were hoping for out of that deck. 1 win out of 3 games, but it is definitely the kind of deck that has gotten me... I mean, you saw the win that we had. You saw how long we were able to fight in that game. That's definitely real, right? This deck has staying power the same way it has before. I don't know. Had we drawn sweepers that game, had we drawn the command at a good point, it could have stripped their hand out a little bit better. I mean, we had them pretty well on the ropes for a while. I definitely think had we drawn a little bit better, that game probably could have gone better. The red matchup is the red matchup, so I'm not really sure about that. But I will tell you, if you're interested in playing sort of an Esper deck, Hero, if you've been playing Hero, I think the deck is still good. I think the deck still has a lot of the same pedigree that it had, but it has a lot of the same problem against the aggro decks. I mean, it can gain a lot of life, and maybe I need to be playing more Bellhaunt, like the 2 more Bellhaunts and the 1 more Guard Mage, but I really wanted to play Kaya's Wrath against the red decks. Maybe that's wrong. Maybe I should be playing the creatures because they block, but Cavalcade is the real problem, so also focusing on destroying enchantments might be a good idea. But if you're liking this deck, let me know down here in the comments right below the video. Hit those like button, subscribe button, all that YouTube stuff that all the YouTubers tell you how to do every single time you watch a YouTube video, because engagement matters to YouTube. For now, however, bye everybody.